All right. So today we are going. My name is Samantha Hege. So we are going to start another class, ICT class for grade 8 local syllabus English medium. Right. So I will share the desktop. I think Cindy and Tarul, you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Cindy, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Okay. Hi, Ronalia. How are you?
Hi, sir.
Right. So we just started the class. Right. I think everybody can hear now. Right. So I will share my desktop. I think I already share. Okay. This one. Right. So today we are going to discuss, kind of so we have already discussed these things, but we are going to recap the things what we have discussed earlier. Okay. The troubleshooting hardware problems. Okay. Tarul, what do you mean by the troubleshooting?
When your computer gets something like uh,
What do you mean by troubleshooting?
find the trouble. If you have a trouble in your computer, find the trouble of your computer. Finding the trouble. What is?
Yes, troubleshooting means not only the finding the trouble, right? Troubleshooting, it's a one of idea is to identify the issue, right? Identify the current issue of the computer, current issues. Or we can say diagnostic. Diagnostic the issues. And after that, you are going to find the root cause. Find the root. Actually, this is a kind of a difficult thing. Find a root cause. So, for example, actually, what is the issue on that particular laptop? For example, we say your laptop is I think yesterday we were assuming that yesterday when you were working, your laptop suddenly is not working. I mean, switch on. So now we don't know. So for example, now even when you click on switch button, the power on button, the laptop is not switch on. So what would be the causes? So we don't know the root cause. So we have to first troubleshoot and diagnostic. First of all, for example, if your machine is not working or not switch on, first of all, you have to check the whether the battery is dead, right? Or the charger is dead, or charge is not working. If the battery is 0, your laptop is not switch on. Or if the battery is malfunction, that malfunction means battery is not functioning properly. Same thing, right? Right. So then you don't know whether the batteries. We say battery is okay, battery is working, right? For example, we can say you remove the battery. We can directly plug the charger only. I mean the this power adapter, laptop power adapter, right? So laptop power adapter, you can remove the battery. You can directly plug the power adapter and check whether the laptop is on. At that time, you can make, if it is the laptop is on, then definitely the battery would be the main cause, right? Assuming that even you directly plug the power adapter and switch on the power adapter and check whether the machine is turned on, no, it's still not. then definitely you have to go for the another resolution, another solution. So that might be the motherboard. You have to check the motherboard. Motherboard or this power switch. Under motherboard, there's a power switch. You have to check that power switch cable is working or not, if it is a damage or not. After that, you can, this is, if you are going to check the motherboard, some ICs, the power ICs are, burning or something, then that is come under electronics. So the motherboard repair is going to be a, some good electronic and electrical engineer, because he should know what are the path the power comes, what are the transmitting path, receiving path, what are the ICs and all. He should know, and he should identify, and he should check one by one where that what is the root cause this machine is not switch on. So see, I am elaborating the scenario to understand how you are going to troubleshoot your device, right? I got the example, your laptop is not power on. Normally we say this power on issue. The power on issue is a kind of a critical issue, because this goes up to the worst case motherboard circuit repairs. Sometime, there are actually recently also we got some issue. So to our one of our clients, to one of our, not one, there are two clients laptop. We check and troubleshoot and diagnostic by our company electronical and electrical engineer. But even he is not able, he couldn't uh, give the solution, because that level the motherboard is damaged. So no point of fixing that, right? So can't fix that motherboard. So that is the worst case. So at that time, what you can do, you have to replace the motherboard. Replace the motherboard means you have to change the motherboard with the same model, and you can remove the defective motherboard. Remove the defective motherboard. Defective means not working. Defective motherboard, and you can fix the new motherboard where you buy, right? And check, definitely this will work. So this level, this level the issue might goes, right? Any question on this? Everybody clear?
Yes, sir.
Taro, do you have any question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Right. Okay. So what they are saying, so this is a kind of a simple scenario. They are saying that the computer does not function when the power button is pressed. Actually, this is kind of a power on issue what we have discussed so far. So what they are saying disconnect the power supply from the wall socket, right? Again, reconnect it, check the power supply. Yeah, that might be the cause, because that's why. So I said that you have to check the power adapter. So power adapter, definitely you have to get the power from the power source. So if the power source is not working, power source means where the power is come to your computer. Power source is that. What do you mean by the power sources? Where the power is coming to your computer. Sometime it might be through UPS or uninterrupted power supply in it, or it might be the active current, the direct plug based current, a square pin or the circle pin current directly. You plug the power adapter, laptop power adapter here, and you just connect the laptop here. So if these UPS or this AC power is not working, definitely your machine is not working. Assuming that your computer is dead, your battery is dead, right? Right. So desktop, normally see desktop, we don't have a backup battery, right? Backup battery is not there in a desktop, right? So desktop have a power supply, but desktop doesn't have an inbuilt battery, right? Like a laptop. Laptop, we have an inbuilt battery. Inbuilt or external, whatever the batteries they are in the laptop. But in the desktop, we don't get the battery. That's why we mostly use the UPS system to the desktop, because when the power goes, from the UPS, you can, they can retain the power and they can still working on the desktop. But we don't need necessarily to have a UPS to your laptop, because laptop has a battery. So the laptop battery can keep 1 to 3 hours battery backup, even if you don't have a active current, right, from the electricity board. You can switch on the laptop and you can work till your battery is dead. Till the laptop battery is there. If the laptop battery is going down, definitely you should plug the power source from the whatever the AC from the adapter, power adapter. I mean laptop power adapter, right? So we say that charger, power, right? Laptop charger, right? So if you have any question, please raise, right? This is not a, I am just talking, you are just listening, right? So you have to ask the questions, right? If you are not asking the question, means I assuming that you are understand all the things. Then when I ask the question, you have to answer the questions, right? Okay, that is for problem one. The computer does not function when the power button is pressed. So, okay, Ronalia, are you there? Hi, Ronalia, can you hear me? I think Ronalia is not there, right? I don't know why. Yeah, no, she's there.
Hi, sir. Sorry, I couldn't hear you clearly. Your voice is breaking.
I think you have a problem in your mic or your headset, right? So because I use Jabra set, and my voice is very clear. I don't know. You just check the headphone. Okay, Tarul.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you give me the answer for this question?
What question?
Yeah. This question. So when the machine is, we say you have a desktop, right? Normally you are using a desktop as normal way. assuming that yesterday you have work done, but today when you are switch on desktop the desktop is not working.
You mean the
uh,
home computer is not switching on or off?
yeah.
So it's like cold, like freeze.
Yeah, machine is not working. I mean, machine is not turning on. So what would be the cause? I
Uh,
mean, what are the
Finally,
steps? No, what are the
in-
steps you can do for
first you must switch off your main source, then your plug or something, then check your cable that connect to the CPU. Then if it's not like properly fixed, again fix and try put on your switch on the plug, then try again. If it's not working again, um, uh, uh, if you
then
want
what?
you want to hold one.
If it is not
Well,
working, then
if it's not working, if it's not working, you can say if your cable is dead. No, if it's like it's like you have to put another if you have another extra cable, try to put that cable and put it, and then you can find your cable is your cable is dead, or your inside motherboard or something is dead. Like if you have to check first the cable.
okay, yeah, that's a good point because Tarul said that normally when your desktop is not working after pressing the power button, best thing is to you just off the socket, off the main socket, right? Main power socket where the power comes to the desktop power socket, and just unplug the cable and just replug the cable, right? Replug the cable whether the sometime the cable might be loose, right? Cable might be a loose connection, right? That might be the cause. Assuming that sometime some desktop has a UPS, sometime then you have to first of all check the UPS whether the UPS is on, right? And the UPS power source is come from the AC current, it is on. Oh, other the back side, the output. So normally UPS has like this, no? UPS, you have normally one, right, power socket, one input. You say this is UPS, right? This is UPS. We say TP link, TP link UPS. This TP link UPS, there's a power source. This is power source. Whether this is called input just one power. Now here there are two outputs where sometimes three output, assuming it's a two output. So this one output cable goes to your monitor, and other output cable it goes to the CPU. And you have a keyboard and mouse, it's connected to this one. Assuming that this is the setup. So in that case, you have to check these cables, these UPS, these cables are loose or not, right? Okay, so that is the first step you have to do. Another thing, as I think Taru said, good point. If you have extra cable, because these power source cable are, very what do you mean? Not
Durable.
durable, right? Not durable, because power source cable sometime might be damaged or some loose connection. So better to have extra power source and just check the just remove the current power source and plug the extra power source and power cable, not the power source, power cable. So you can say power source as well, right? Extra power source and check the cable whether the cable is issue in the cable or not. So that is the first and second step. You can check. Okay, Ronalia, can you hear me? Hi, Ronalia. I think Ronalia, you have a issue in your microphone, your headset, because you are not answering my questions. Hello. Okay, Cindy. Hi, Cindy.
Yes, sir.
Cindy, what is the next step you can do?
What is the question?
Hey, where were you? I don't know. You are asking the question. I don't know. You are sleeping or where?
The first question you said last earlier.
No, no, no. Cindy, please concentrate the class. Then, Tarul, now what is the question I ask?
You ask if you work on the last day of your like agreement or something. Next day you come and the the desktop is not working. What
Yeah,
is the problem for it? Then I
yeah,
answer the
yeah.
problem.
Then Tarul has answer. So why you are not noticed that Tarul has answered the level of he has answered? Now I am asking that assuming that the Tarul done the first step, but the still the problem is there. Then what is the next troubleshooting you can do?
Uh, Disconnect the cable, power supply,
Okay.
and disconnect the power cables in the computer or desktop. And if they are not properly connected, connect them all one. Connect them
Okay.
and
Yeah, that is actually that is said by the Tarul. Is that Tarul?
Yes.
Yeah, Tarul has said that. I am asking even the unplugging the cables and removing the cable and replug the cable doesn't give a solution. Still assuming that the still the your desktop is not working when the power button is pressed, your desktop is not working, and you have checked all the cables and all those are assuming that now there is no error in the cable because you have replaced the cables with new cable, still the same issue. What would be the next step?
check whether the UPS is properly connected.
Yeah, that also Tarul said that Tarul has checked the UPS and everything, and assuming that UPS doesn't have any issue, what is the next step you can check this issue? Your desktop is still not working. Assuming that now at the moment at this level troubleshooting you got to know that there is no issue in the cables, or there is no issue in the cable and the UPS. What is the next step?
Uh, Restart the computer.
No, that is not a solution. This is how to restart the computer. Cindy, the machine is the desktop is even not switch on. How do you restart it? Ronalia, are you there? I think I have to call Ronalia's mother. I don't know it. I call. Right. Hi, Tarul.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tarul, what is the next step?
If you don't know about computers, like some people don't know about
Yes,
computers.
correct,
If you
correct.
don't know, you can call a technician.
Very
If you
good.
know
Yeah,
about
yeah, yes. If you
if you
don't know, definitely you don't want to, go beyond that, right? You don't want to go beyond that. You already checked that, so you can ask help for the technicians. Okay.
Yeah, if you know if you know about the computer inside, you can
Yeah,
if you can remove there's a iron plate on the like the desktop. You can remove it.
yeah.
Uh, there are three or
That is called case in Taru. That is called
yeah,
computer case, right?
yeah,
Not the iron case. You can say computer casing.
yeah. Then you first check the powers the motherboard. The motherboard needs power. No? Find the
Yes, correct.
power cable for the motherboard, then check it's damaged or some wires are like leaking
Yes.
or something.
Yeah, yeah,
If
that would be the next step. So when the desktop, after that, what you can do, you can check as Taru said, you can open the computer casing, check whether the power switch is switch on. Power switch is correctly connected to the motherboard or not. Ronalia, can you hear us now?
Yes, sir.
Great, great. Right. So after so you can check that level. That means you can check whether the power switch is connected to the motherboard, right? It is properly connected. Sometimes the in a desktop there are some small jack like this, right? In a desktop computer in the motherboard. So these are the power button comes like this, and some speakers button comes and fix here to the motherboard, right? Some other cables, the LED bulb and all comes and fix into these small the black pin. There are black color pin, right? Like this. So you have to check this. If the power switch is not properly connected here, power to the motherboard, normally this will not happen from the motherboard. Sometimes actually this same, right? This power switch also in the somewhere in the motherboard, right? So it's coming from the middle like this cable, right? So you can just in this case these powers, these pins also power pins, you can remove it and you can check it. If you don't know, as Tarul said, don't check, right? By your own, you can ask for help, right? Right. So that is for the desktop. Assuming that these power switches and these power pins and all are correct, there is no issue on that. So definitely you have to check the desktop power supply, right? If the power supply is not working, right? If the power supply is not working, what will happen? The fans are not working. So no power, right? So normally from the power supply, there will be some jack like this kind of the white color jack comes. So you are fixing this jack to the motherboard power jack like this, right? So this is motherboard. This is pin, right? So you can unplug and replug it, something like that, right? So if the power supply is not working in the desktop, definitely nothing to worry. You can replace the another power supply and check. If it is working, then that means the issue is the power supply, right? So that's how you are going to troubleshoot the desktop computer. Got it? So these things you will learn when you are doing hardware engineering, the computer hardware and networking courses. They will teach you.
Uh,
Yeah.
Sir, first of all, you have to check the plug, no? If the plug is broken.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So this is this power supplies is coming after that, Tarul. So you said that, no? So there are step by step we have to
Yeah.
go, no? Right? We have to first check the power sources and all. Then after that you can check the power switches and the motherboard, the motherboard connection from the power switch, and even you can check the normally we can identify, right? If the power supply is not working in the desktop, the fans is not working, right? Then definitely you feel that the power supply is the issue. Then you have to replace the power supply. Assuming that even the sometime if the power supply is working, your motherboard getting the small, some motherboard there's an indicator, the LED indicator. So the LED indicator implies that that power is coming from the power supply. That means you don't have any issue in the power supply, right? Then definitely the issue in your motherboard. So then you have to definitely ask for a help to a good electronic and electrical engineer, where here who can who can uh, check and diagnostic and repair the motherboard. Remember this, assuming remember in there are a lot of places, if you are going to out, you can see there are a lot of advertisement boards and posters there, motherboard repair, all kind of motherboard repair and all. Sometime when we go there, no one is knowing that. They are doing the kind of a strange businesses, right? So keep in mind that give if you are giving the laptop, right, to or the desktop somebody to repair, right, just check and first of all just check you who to whom you are going to do, who to whom you are going to give your machines and all, because there are a lot of things happening, right? Keep in mind that as well. Right. Okay, next question. The keyboard or the mouse does not function. Ronalia, can you answer this question? What is the first step? How do you troubleshoot this?
You can shut down the computer and try again.
Okay, that's the first step. Next one.
You can check if the mouse and the keyboard is connected.
Yeah, you can unplug and replug it. Yes.
Yeah.
Then next step. Assume that it still is not working. What would be the cause? I am asking the desktop.
If the mouse has some kind of a USB port, you can check whether if it is connected.
Yeah, that's what you said that. You said that unplug and replug it. Yeah, I said that. Okay, that also you have check and, but you got to know that still the issue is there. Still the keyboard or the mouse or the both is not working. What would be the next step? Anyone? Is anyone not
Yes, sir.
on? Okay.
Can I say?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Then you have to find if you have another keyboard, check the keyboard, click. Uh,
Yes, you can check with the another keyboard and check whether you can
it's
plug
the
into the same port and check whether that keyboard is so the mouse is working. If it is working, definitely you can decide that your
that the
existing
keyboard is,
keyboard and the mouse is having malfunction. You have to replace it. Okay.
if the keyboard is doesn't work,
Yeah. What will happen?
you-
Assuming that
uh,
even the new keyboard and mouse is not working, Cindy, what would be the next step, Cindy? Any idea? What would be the next step?
Uh, we have to call a technical
Yeah,
assistant.
yeah, you have to check the assistant, because if you don't know, after that definitely my suspect is, even if it is not working, you have to check the motherboard, the port, the mouse port and the keyboard, the USB ports. Sometimes those are not working, right? For that, what you can do, you can check with some other uh, even the assuming that whether if you have some other machine, whether that keyboard and mouse is working already, you plug and check. You feel that that keyboard and mouse for this computer it's not working. That means definitely there is no issue in the keyboard or mouse, the issue in the port is itself. That means the what port, the USB or the PS2 port. So that is come from the motherboard, right? These PS2 and the USB all are embedded in the motherboard. Remember that, right? So these are part of the motherboard. So then you have to check the motherboard level. So sometimes the port circuit is breaking, the port circuit having some, some power shock or something. So at that time you can ask for technician, or not the technician. So that is also goes for the motherboard repairing. Some good engineer should check that, and they can check whether they should check and replace the circuit or the USB port, and fix that issue, right? So that's how the trouble. So I think, no, see, my main intention is to the way you have to think of the way. So I am not saying that you should know these steps one by one. No, I never say that. But I just want to know that the how we the you are the how we can say the problem solving strategies, how your mind should work, right? So your mind should work this kind of a way. That's what I am teaching these things. Then your mind is patrice onto that. Okay, I have to check this, and I have to check that, and I have to just sap and check something like that. That means I just want to make your brain, right? The pattern, how you should think when you are having the issue, right? That's the main importance. So not the solution you are given. If you can't find the solution, definitely you can ask for help, right? So that's what, so we are here to any help in any IT services, right? So likewise, so but you have to think as a IT guy, right? Okay, we have to think like this. Okay, then we go this step. Oh, if not, okay, we'll go next step. Oh, okay, that step, this step, something like that, right? Right. Okay, so in the next question, there's a issue in the monitor. The monitor, we'll say you have a desktop, your monitor does not working. That means nothing is shown from the monitor. Assuming that some, I will easier the question. Assuming that your this CPU, the lights are all are blinking. For example, actually your machine is turning on already, but you are not getting the display. What would be the issues in the So how do you troubleshoot that?
Check the power button of the monitor and
Okay,
switch it.
that is the main thing. You have to check the first whether your monitor is turning or not. Assuming that you don't have a issue in the monitor is turning on. I mean the power of the monitor is coming. Then what?
If not, restart the computer.
No. Before restart is not the solution.
Check whether the power button and the
No, you
monitor
check.
is switched on.
Yeah, that is the first step. No, I said that I said that you have done that. That is, there is no issue in the, assuming that, let's imagine that there is no issue in the monitor. Monitor turn on perfectly. But even the monitor is turned on, you won't see the display. The computer display is still not appearing. So next step would be what? Anyone?
Yeah, there on end of the monitor there's a VGA pin or DVA. I don't know what the pin is in. You have to take off the pin and again adjust it if it's like.
Yes, very good. Yes, that's a good point. Yes, if the monitor is turning on, definitely there would, so because the monitor, the display outcome from the desktop to the monitor, no, right? So we have to check the VGA out cable, VGA cable, right? Just remove the cable. With sometimes the cable might be loose, because of that the monitor doesn't get the display from the computer, right? That's the main issue. So if you unplug and plug the cable perfectly, sometime there are pins, not 50. Then in VGA cable we have 15 pins, right? Sometimes those pins are some damage. Then at that time you have to change the, sometimes you have to change the VGA cable. That's also another solution. Assuming that you are unplug and plug it, still you can't see the display. Then you have to, the next solution would be you have to check, get the working VGA cable and use that. If the VGA is there, if the after you replace the new VGA, if the display is come, that means that you got a bad, because of the bad VGA cable or the malfunction VGA cable that causes, right? So assuming that even you replace the good VGA cable, is still in the same, definitely you have to check the motherboard of the CPU, because you have to check the VGA, right? So sorry, I made a mistake, right? I made a mistake. So instead of checking the motherboard, there are another step, because you know remember, this is a very good point, right? I'm telling you, very, this is common to laptop and desktop both, right? This is common to laptop and desktop. Remember, if you have a bad RAM, random access memory, bad RAM, you can't see the display. I forgot to tell that, right? So you should have a RAM, random access memory, perfectly working or perfectly fixed into the motherboard, perfectly fixed and working. Then only you will see the display on your monitor, right? So after I come to this solution, after we say you have checked the, first of all, what you check the power button of the monitor, right? It is working. Then you check the VGA cable, and that is also you replace it, but it's still the same issue. Definitely after that, you have to change the random access, not the change, you have to just remove the desktop, the we say desktop, see what casing, right? Casing, remove the computer casing, and remove the your DDR3 or DDR3 or DDR4, right? Random access memory, right? You can plug it and unplug it and plug it. Sometimes you can unplug it. You can clean these some chips in the end of the there are some horizontal end of the horizontal line. You will see the small some chips like that. So you have to clean from the eraser and you can plug it again. Sometime because of the bad RAM or because of the loose connection of the RAM or because of the dusty environment of the random access memory, the pins and all, so you can't see the display. This is common to the laptop and the desktop, right? You won't see the display, right? Don't assuming that just to see not seeing the display, say don't assuming that this would be the your monitor issue, this would be the your laptop display issue. No, sometime it would be the issue in the random access memory in your computer. So that is also good point, right? These things are not knowing in your age, right? So I think you are very lucky to learn these things, right? Because we are in the same industry, so we do these things day by every day we do these troubleshooting and all. So you are very lucky to learn these things, right? So see, these things are not in these books, right? මේ පොත්වල කොහෙවත් නෑ මේ අපි මේ උගන්නන ඒවා. So you are very lucky, right? All right. Okay, next step. Next issue. Ronalia, can you tell me what would be the how do you resolve the faulty speakers?
You can, if you have a speaker, you can increase the volume and see if it is working, or you can see from your computer that in the taskbar there's a little speaker. You can check whether if it is working.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can check if the cables that are related to sound, you can check those if they are connected properly.
Okay, what is the first step, Ronalia? First step, you say you are a speaker. You have external speaker connected to the your desktop computer. Earlier, it was working fine, and you were heard sounds and all everything. But suddenly, you won't get sound from the speakers. So what would be the first step you have to say? You have to check.
You have to increase the volume and
No, not the increase. Just check whether the speaker should have a power button. No, Ronalia. The speaker normally some most of the desktop speaker, you are your external desktop speaker, you are having the power source, right? You are connected to the power. First of all, you have to check the power is whether speaker is on or off. Normally, if the speaker is on, that there's the LED light like yellow. Yeah, the yellow light is coming, or yellow or some orange light is coming. Normally, yellow light is coming from the speakers, right? So you have to check whether the speaker get the power. If not, next one we say the speaker having the power. Next step would be the speakers connected, the jacks are there, no? The sound jack, right? So we check that these jacks, these are right, microphone in, analog in. See, these are center, subwoofer, surrounding left, right, surrounding back, right head, these things, right? So normally these are the this is the sound card, right? But inbuilt, normally the desktop most of come in now inbuilt. This one microphone in is coming, and this one is a normal line, right? And this one, these two are coming. Every computer you will see this small yellow color and this kind of orange or some maroon color. So this is microphone and this is the headset. right? Something like that, right? Right. Okay. If it is, if there's sometime this desktop has a, this is separate sound card, right? We call as a separate, right? Separate sound card. Sometimes the sound card is not working, you will not get the sound. So then definitely your speaker is working. Speaker on button, everything is there, but you are not hearing the sound because of this sound card is not properly connected. You have to remove the casing, computer casing, and unplug and plug this sound card. We say that this is sound card. If you have a loose connection, definitely this won't work, right? If the sound card is malfunction, then you have to check with another the same kind of a sound card and just plug it and check whether the sound is working. That's how you have to troubleshoot. See, these troubleshooting are very systematic, right? So if you do the troubleshooting day by day, so your knowledge will be enhanced, right? And right, so even still when you do trouble, when we are do troubleshooting, we still searching. We still searching from the internet. So sometime we are going to some we do in our in our company we do all kind of laptop repairs, desktop repairs, any other IT equipments, right? The printer and all. So sometime whether if the new laptop came to us, sometime we never we never assemble or deassemble that kind of a laptop or desktop. So what first thing we do, we start to learn. Okay, we just browse from the internet, we search from the YouTube, check whether how the most effective way to deassemble or assemble or troubleshooting this laptop or desktop, right? So that's the strategy you should have, right? So before you asking someone, if you have an internet, you go and search from the internet, right? You try to search by your own very first time. Don't depend on your parents, don't depend on your brothers and sisters, your friends. They should be there with you all, right? But I am asking, first you have to try out from yours by yourself, right? And if you can't do it, you just get the help and all. That is another matter. But I am saying that you should have a kind of a can do attitude, where you can search from the internet and I'll get in some sort of the solution for this kind of a troubleshooting, something like that. So that kind of a courage should have from you guys, right? I think everybody can do that, right? Tarul, you can do it, no?
Yes, sir.
How about Ronalia?
Yes, sir.
Oh, how about Cindy?
Yeah, sir.
Great, great. Yeah, I know you are a great student, so you can do these things by your own, right? Very simple things, right? Okay, next one. We will go to the next troubleshooting. The okay, this is kind of a tricky question, right? So network connection failure. This is, there are a lot of causes, right? If you have a good knowledge of networking, only you can find a root cause and get the solution. So we are good at this kind of a area because we are, so my we are loving this networking stuff and all, because our favorite is networking, right? So our company even favorite is networking. We do a lot of networking projects, and from the cabling step, and we do project like firewall, right, and a lot of stuff, networking, security, and all, right? All right. So let's say like this. Cindy, I'm asking the question. Uh, I will I will draw some And as I will draw the scenario like this, right? Right. Right. Here you say you have a router, right? You say it's connected somewhere outside. You have a router. Here you have a desk or something, right? You have here chair, here so you have a desk. You say you have a here you have a computer. You have a laptop, right? You have a laptop here, right? Right. You are working here. I am not good at drawing. Okay. Anyway, this is router. You are wirelessly connect, right? Assuming that you are wirelessly connect, right? This is a desk. This is a laptop, right? Okay. So you are browsing the internet and all, right? Browse. Suddenly the network is not working. You can't access the internet. You are this. Okay. What is the Ronalia? What would be the first step? So this is the router. This is this is your home, right?
Check the connection proper,
What connection?
network connection and reconnect it.
Yeah, how do you check the network connection?
Uh, if it is connect properly,
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, can you explain the picture again?
Yeah, Ronalia, I am asking the Ronalia from this. The question would be the Ronalia. Ronalia, this is the router, right? This is the router, your home router. This is assuming that this is you and this is your laptop. You are browsing the internet, but suddenly your internet is goes. I am asking how do you troubleshoot now? What is the first step?
Uh, from your
Laptop.
computer or your laptop, you can go to the Wi-Fi and internet
Yeah, assuming that
connected
you are connected. See here, I
and check
didn't.
whether if you are connected to the router properly, or you can see if the router is connected to the. Sir, can you give me a second?
Yeah, sure. So assuming that the wireless, you are connecting to the
So
Wi-Fi.
you can check if the
Ronalia,
connected
give
to
me a
the
second.
power supply.
Yeah, just Ronalia, hold on. Ronalia, I am saying that you are connected to the Wi-Fi, right? You were browsing the internet. Suddenly your Wi-Fi, suddenly assuming that I am saying that you can't browse the internet. That's my point, right? I am saying that you can't browse the internet. Earlier you have used the Wi-Fi, right? Here you don't have any cable connection. Otherwise I will put the cable from the router to the laptop. There is no direct connection. You have a Wi-Fi that is called RF. RF means radio frequency. Through the radio frequency you are connecting to the your laptop to the router, then to the cloud. Cloud means the internet, right? Internet. I am asking Ronalia, you were browsing the internet, but suddenly you can't browse the internet. How do you troubleshoot? Now tell me first step. I am asking only first one. What's the first one?
Sorry, sir, there was a connection problem. Can you say it again?
Yeah, what is the first step you are going to check? With now you can't browse the internet.
You can check the computer Wi-Fi. If it is not working, you can you have to go to the router and see if the ran out. Sorry, if the data ran out.
No. Okay, so your first answer is correct. So you are saying that okay, now you can't browse the internet. You check whether, first of all you have to check whether I am at Wi-Fi or not. That's what we have to check. So whether my Wi-Fi is disconnected or not. First of all, you can check. So that is you can check from this. No, here. See, I think you can see the screen, right? See, I have SLT fiber new. Can you see me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see,
Yes.
SLT fiber. I see, I am connected. You can just check whether this is working or not. Right? Okay. So you feel you notice that this also not working. Then next step would be what? I am asking step by step. Next step would be what? Assuming that this is not working. This is say we say it's what? It's connecting. No, it's not connecting. Anyway, it's not connected. What's the next step? Next step would be if you are having a laptop, this Wi-Fi switch, right? Some laptop you have in the Wi-Fi switch or the button from the keyboard. You can press the button off and on. That is also another option. Okay. Assuming that that also not working. Right. Okay. Next step would be you can go to like this, right click, open a network sharing setting. Right. Go to change adapt option. This Wi-Fi. Right click, diagnostic. You can put this option as well. Remember, these are very good point, right? Diagnostic. This one. Diagnostic. Okay. From here you can check, or you can there another way you can there's another option, connect and disconnect. You can check, you can disconnect and connect it again. That also possible. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Sometime remember, these are computers. No, computer might do a lot of things. Computer, actually you just think the computer like a human being. So human being, tomorrow I am going out, I don't have a corona. When I come here, I have a corona. Right? Very simple. Very simple example. So human being can, can infected by any type, anywhere. Right? So same thing happened to your computer. The computer is, we say, just we think last one, I mean yesterday my machine is perfectly working without any issue. Let's imagine that. But today when I switch on, nothing is working. It's like a dead man. Yeah, that might happen. That is the nature of the computer. So if you troubleshoot the computer, keep in mind that the computer also like a human being, right? So human can have a lot of infections. Suddenly, some heart attack might happen. Some brainstorm. A lot of things happen, right? So same thing. The computer, electronics things, the same thing happen again and again. So you keep in mind that when you troubleshoot, right? So you can't say, okay, yesterday my computer is perfectly working. Now I don't know what happened. Yeah, that is the nature of the computer, right? So computer can break within 1 second, 2 seconds. We don't know. Even there is no symbol, there is no sign on that. Right? There are sometimes the manufacturer default, manufacturer defeat. That's why the computer gets warranty, right? When you are getting the warranty, why they are giving the warranty? They are may make sure that you have a 2-3 years warranty when you buy a laptop. So right. So that means, but even they are giving the warranty. So how many computers are replacing under warranty? See, that's that. It's like a insurance, right? The human can have a insurance, right? If something happened to the human, you can recover from the insurance company. Same thing here, right? Something happened to your computer, you can recover from the warranty period, right? So see, say same nature, right? Same nature, right? Okay, now next step would be sometime this, this to Wi-Fi connector to Wi-Fi connection, you should have a drivers too. Your computer should recognize the Wi-Fi drivers in your computer, Wi-Fi drivers. Sometimes these Wi-Fi drivers remove from the computer without knowingly, removed already. That means you don't have a proper Wi-Fi drivers. That means Wi-Fi is what? Actually, Wi-Fi has a Wi-Fi chip, wireless chip. So that is also kind of an internet chip. We say that wireless chip. This is the hardware device, right? Small wireless chip. Even our mobile phone has a wireless chip. That's how we are connected to the internet, right? So iPhone, whatever the Android, Apple, whatever the phone, you have a wireless chip, right? The computer has a wireless chip, right? Wireless chip, wireless adapter, laptop. See, wireless, not a wireless control. Oh, what's this? Wireless network card. See, so this is the laptop chip. So this is the wireless. This is what? This is a hardware, right? This is a kind of a hardware device. So this, when you are fixing to this will fix to your motherboard. So you are connecting to the Wi-Fi, means this is working. This will communicate with the router. So actually this is a hardware, right? This is a hardware. So remember, hardware device should be communicate with your software, right? Wi-Fi adapter is a hardware device. Wi-Fi or wireless chip, what I have shown you. So your operating system is there, OS, Windows. So there should be a communication, hardware and the software. So this communication or the link, make sure from the wireless drivers. You have to install the wireless drivers, like when you need to have a Bluetooth drivers, right, to your laptop to exchange photos and all from your mobile phone to the laptop directly if you have a Bluetooth connection. So but the Bluetooth drivers should be installed in your laptop, then only the Bluetooth is working. Same thing, the Bluetooth also having the Bluetooth chip. Sometimes the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi the work as the same way. Sometimes the Bluetooth chip coming as a inbuilt in the motherboard. This wireless driver should communicate with the operating system and this Wi-Fi adapter, what I have shown you. So if this communication not take place in your computer, you can't connect to the internet. That's what sometimes we notice that most of the client compute laptops, the Wi-Fi driver is not detecting, or the Wi-Fi driver is removed from the computer. So, but the customer doesn't know that. So we can, but how do you know that this Wi-Fi connection is not shown here like this? You won't see any this kind of a connection. This kind of a connection. So better you have to install the Wi-Fi adapter, Wi-Fi driver to that particular laptop from the laptop drivers, and make sure that you have a proper wireless driver in your laptop or desktop. That makes sure that you have a very good relationship with your operating system and the hardware device which is fixed into your motherboard, like a wireless adapter card or Wi-Fi adapter, right? So this is very important things I am talking about, right? So don't worry. Sometime you can't understand 100%, but actually, if you can understand the 50%, so that is far more enough. All right.
Sir,
Yeah.
if that all you check that network also, if it removed, sometimes the dialogue, if you take an example as dialogue, like when they like have troubles with the internet, when we are on internet, they're like disconnecting the internet and coming uh, like
Yeah, it's like this. So now we only check that level. After that, as I think Ronalia said that you can check next step. You can go to the your router. You can switch off the router. Switch off the router for few minutes of 2-3 minutes, and again switch on. Sometime because of the internet lag, the this reconnection or the restart in the router means just power off and power on, that is enough. So then it will again check whether available connections from the GSM means from the dialog side or the SLT side. They will make the new path again, right? So uh, assuming that sometime this issue is from the router, this internet service provider, ISP. That means either dialog go in Sri Lanka or dialog go SLT. So sometime if the connect their backbone is not working or their connection is lost, then you can't connect it to the internet. Your Wi-Fi is not working. That might be the cause, right? Sometime because of due to some fiber cable damage underground somewhere, I will say Colombo, whatever place. So that affect to your connection because your line is coming from that page, that connection, right? So that might be the case, right? So those are the steps, right? Then you can, if you thoroughly check your end and your route end is still not working, you can call for SLT and the dialog, and you can ask for help. They will come and check whether sometime I think last week I got another thing, because we do some CCTV projects to our clients. So one of our client call and ask, Samantha, so we have we can't access the CCTV cameras from our mobile. So then I asked, okay, what is so is there any power issue or lightning and all? They said that they got lightning, I think last week night, last Friday or Saturday night, and after that this happened. So then I asked that because the CCTV, there's a direct cable coming from the DVR to the SLT router. So what has happened? The SLT router, because of the duty thunder and lightning, the SLT router, the ports, there are some this orange color ports are there, 4-5 ports are there. Those 4 ports are burned due to the lightning. So those are not working. So what they said, I said, okay, better you call to SLT. Then I think after after that the SLT came next day, and they got to know that the router ports are burning due to the lightning. They have replaced the router. Then again, when the our DVR is connected to the SLT port, our this the CCTV cameras, the online access is again working fine, right? See. So that might be the cause. So sometimes due to lightning and all, these switches, ports and all burning. Very simple, because these are very light not durable ports, light use ports. So they will they tend to burn very very less thunder as well, very less power or surge, right? That might be the cause. Sometime that is for the direct cable connection, because the DVR, the CCTV is a cable. The CCTV network is connected to the direct cable from the router, right? Uh, all right. Okay, today I think. Yeah, I think we have, yes. Today I think we have done most of the time. I think more than 1 hour. Oh, it's too late. Okay. Anyway, so today we'll wind up the class, right? I think we have finished all the 4 classes for April as well, right? So I will record. Uh, share this recording as well to YouTube channel. So Tarul, did you share my YouTube channel with your friends and all? Ronalia, Cindy,
Yeah, sir.
who
I
has shared?
told my friend.
Not told. You
He,
can share, right? Share from the
yeah,
WhatsApp, right?
I told his father.
Oh,
He said he
Uh,
put it.
I send it to my friends and my group friends and everyone.
thanks,
I
thanks.
send
Thank you
it
very
to
much.
my friends.
Okay, thank you very much. So I think we'll do okay. So from next class would be May, May, May 3rd, right? So May 3rd will be the next class, right? So I think I don't know whether your school is started or not. Anyway, we will start on 3rd of May, right?
Okay, sir.
So everybody okay? Right.
Yeah.
I think today we have discussed a lot of things and all, troubleshooting steps and how you have to think. See, these are very key important things, right? So you have to remember these things, very important, right? You will see this importance when you were, having some troubleshooting, and so then you will remember me, right? We assuming that, right? So okay, these are very good point. You have to remember, because as a IT guy, if you are learning IT, you should know how basic knowledge of troubleshooting your computer. So you can suggest that, okay, you can say, okay, father, I think this would be the cause. So you can do the basic troubleshooting, right? So if you are not thorough, not I am not saying that you have to check the motherboard, that or no, but basic troubleshooting steps you can follow, and some most of the nine, I think 70% of the issues you can get rid of, from these kind of a knowledge. And that's what I am getting these kind of a scenarios, and so whatever we have experienced, why I am saying these experience, from my company and all, to not to show off or something like, right? I don't want to show off anything, but I just want to share these things, because you will get something out of that, right? So that is our experience. We are sharing our things to our student and all. Then student, even you are not really participate that for the particular event and all, but you feel that, okay, if I am having, so this might be the issues and all, right? So that's what the sharing things, mostly we are doing these things, then student will get the knowledge. All right, then Then thanks for everyone participating to the class. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice weekdays. Okay, take care.
Thank you,
Stay
sir.
safe.
Bye, sir. Have a
Right.
nice
Good night. Take care.